FedEx was formed by a man named Fred Smith. Okay? Fred Smith created FedEx. He came up with a brainwave on the idea, the concept, that if I can find a central place in America where I can gather all the letters, the parcels, the goods, everything that comes in, then I can organize it, put it on the right kind of transport, whether it's train, airplane, or bus, etc., and get it to its destination, and I can give a promise that none of the other postal services are giving, and that is, we will deliver your mail in the US in 24 hours. So Fred Smith found a place in Iowa, central USA, Iowa. Found a place that was like a huge warehouse, and it had conveyor belts going from right to left, left to right, up to down, etc. And on top of the conveyor belts were scanners, scanning the barcodes. Okay? He set up his factory, and in the middle of his factory was his office, which was completely glass on all four sides, so that he could see. It was right in the center, right above with a spiral staircase, so he could see and observe the operations of FedEx. Things were going very well. Business was booming. Everybody wanted their letters and everything delivered in 24 hours, so they gave FedEx their business. Things were going gangbusters, really well. One day, Fred Smith went out for dinner, came back, started to climb up the spiral staircase. First step, second step, third step. On the fourth step, everything in the whole factory, in the plant, stopped. Every equipment in the whole plant stopped. Fred Smith looked at the supervisor. Supervisor looked back at him and says, I don't know. And he started to panic because there was not a manual backup. You can't switch it to manual because everything was automated with scanners and with the conveyor belts bringing it to the right transportation, etc. So Fred Smith started to panic. If he doesn't get it working again, his business could literally be gone. If he broke his promise of delivering in 24 hours. So Fred Smith ran up the stairs, went to his turnstile, found the card of the engineering company that helped him set up the factory and the plant. Called them up and said, this is Fred Smith from FedEx. Is the engineer that helped set up my plant still there? The man said, he's just gone home, but he lives 5 minutes away, and I can just redirect him from where he's going to your plant. He should be there in under half an hour. In 19 minutes and 22 seconds, the engineer appeared at FedEx plant in his overalls with his work belt. Fred Smith pointed in and says, are you the engineer? The man says, yep. And he says, what happened? He says, I don't know. Everything stopped. So the man goes around and he takes a look, inspects everything, and Fred Smith is going nuts. He looks at the man and says, can you help me? The man looks at Fred Smith and says, I think so. Goes over to a side panel on the plant, opens up the side panel, and inside that side panel is hundreds of wires and screws and everything else. And the man takes out from his belt a screwdriver. He places it on a particular screw in that panel, and he turns that screw 3/4 in a clockwise direction. And the moment he did that for 3/4 in a clockwise direction, everything in the plant started up again. Fred Smith was so happy, he was smiling from year to year. He looks at the man and he says, "Thank you. How much will that cost?" Because he saw what the man did. The man looks at Fred Smith and says, "That'll cost you $10,000. Fred Smith looked at him and said, "What?" So Fred Smith was angry. He looked at the man and says, "Give me an itemized bill." So the man takes out a bill folio and writes down an itemized bill. And then tears it and gives it to Fred Smith. Fred Smith reads the itemized bill and he starts to laugh. He starts to laugh. And then he runs upstairs, opens the safe, takes out $10,000 in cash, comes down and gives the cash to the man gladly. Would you like to know what was written on the bill?
Yes.
Only you? I'll tell you later.
Okay. Yes.
Would you like to know what was written on the bill?
Yes.
Item number 1, description: turning the screw 3/4 in a clockwise direction. Amount $1. Item number 2, amount $9,999. Description: knowing which screw to turn. Ladies and gentlemen, you spent 2 days together. You now know which screw